Unfortunately, let me already apologize. I didn't prepare a PowerPoint presentation. Simply, I was quite busy for the past weeks, so much so that I found myself in Johannesburg, South Africa, and only arrived yesterday. So I had to prepare quickly to get ready for this meeting, and therefore I will probably talk off the cuff, and then probably, if need be, if you need a presentation, I can quickly convert it maybe tomorrow and share via emails. But nonetheless, if you allow me, I will proceed and present what I have in front of me, and then we can go into the question and answer session. So let me start, first of all, with a brief overview. Louise and colleagues, of course, the world is evolving rapidly, and the digital era has brought about significant changes in various aspects of our lives, including governance and legislation, as all of us know. So as we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, it is indeed crucial for our legislative bodies to adapt to the digital age to streamline their operations, hence transparency, and serve the needs of the people more efficiently. So indeed, Louise, colleagues, digital systems in parliaments have brought about greater access for those who had little to no access with the legislature, and this is basically also the case with Namibia. And as you all know, the role of parliamentarians is fundamental in upholding democracy, representing the interests of their constituents and making informed decisions on legislation and policies. We all know that the traditional methods of parliamentary work can be laborious and time-consuming, with paper-based processes, manual data entry, and outdated communication methods, which is mostly the case with us. So there is where digital solutions can revolutionize the way our parliaments operate and enable our MPs to carry out their duties with greater effectiveness. I must indeed concur that most Southern African countries, and of course, as I said, ours in Namibia also, introduce ICTs, such as Zoom, as we are doing now, Teams, and many others, to expand the capacity to hold remote and hybrid chamber and committee meetings. By leveraging the power of technology, we can enhance their ability to represent the people, of course, and make informed decisions. And I read one scholar, Kirstens, at some point, asserts that e-democracy is regarded as participative democracy, and this will create electronic systems for participation that will consider the needs of its possible uses. We all know that COVID-19 indeed was a pandemic that has forced many legislatures around the world, including us, to adopt and expand the use of digital technologies to continue exercising their core functions of legislating, studying issues of public policy, and scrutinizing many, many other things. So as you, for example, in our Namibia Broadcasting Act of 1991, exemplify the fact that ICTs and digital technology benefits the citizens in a day-to-day interaction, hence the broadcast of parliamentary sessions on the national television from time to time. So if I can take a closer examples when it comes to some changes that we have encountered as the Namibian Parliament. For instance, quite recently, 2022, last year, Parliament revamped its website with many, many features, including the live stream of parliamentary sessions and activities via its social media platforms, for example, the Facebook, and live broadcast on the national television, as I've said. Among other features that have been enabled include a bill tracking system that we are currently working on, which allows the members of the legislatures and members of public to get involved in the lawmaking process. It becomes difficult of keeping track of the bill versions and administration of all information pertaining to bills, hence the online bill tracking system that is now under development. And I think we have come, it was maybe 2-3 weeks ago that we had again a meeting regarding where we are with the system. I must applaud, and I remember our visit to Brazil where we were taken through the systems where bills, how bills can be tracked back to quite a long time in history. So we are trying to be there. In February last year, even, the National Assembly established rules. It was during COVID time also on virtual and hybrid meetings to facilitate e-Parliament, and a move towards virtual meetings in view of the envisaged fourth industrial revolution. Hence, the insertion of Chapter 13 Rules 133 to 140 of the Standing Rules and Orders that deals with virtual and hybrid meetings. Of course, Namibia, in its drive towards the paperless parliament, adopting an e-Parliament strategy, which stretches from last year, 2022 to 27. I must say we have also learned quite a lot from the Western Cape Provincial Legislature in terms of their e-Parliament strategy, and this was sponsored by the World Bank. The other one is the Tayden conference system in the National Assembly that enables MPs to register their attendance, access electronic documents, and vote using computer terminals in each MP seat at the chamber. However, this system lacks remote access functionality. That's a bit of a challenge. The National Council chamber and committee rooms do not have this infrastructure where I'm serving, where we call the upper house, the House of Review, does not have that system. I have learned that in South Africa, for example, Parliament amended the rules also to allow for virtual settings and introduce virtual committee meetings, whereas in Botswana also, we have seen they have done the same. So, Louise and colleagues, I can attest to the fact that progress has been made in the digitization of parliamentary services, although there are still some challenges that we are encountering. As I've said with the Dayton system, the existing ICT infrastructure offers a strong foundation of digitalization of parliament if it is used more widely and upgraded to improve on and off-site functionality like the electronic document management systems, like we found in South Africa, for example. Like lawmaking and oversight processes are in many cases still conducted manually. In some cases, this is due to the preference of some MPs for manual and paper-based processes. You know, ICT is slightly still a challenge for many of us, and even for members of parliament. Hence, they prefer to go manually and do things manually. So the standing rules and orders, for example, in the case for the National Council for us, only allow physical meetings for now. But the standing rules and orders have been revised and are to be approved and implemented in both chambers, especially for the National Council to adopt rules on virtual meetings, for example. So, as I said, colleagues, maybe as a side note, a separate dedicated parliamentary radio, we felt radio, seeing that Namibia is really far from that digital level where we can say we are really in power of the world. We have to still adopt many things when it comes to ICTs. So we heavily rely on radio and television. Therefore, we're thinking of probably also considering a specific channel for broadcast parliamentary proceedings with vigorous promotion to attract interest in our country. So seeing that I see that the live streaming of parliamentary meetings, for example, online, our Facebook page, live streams, and so on, and the YouTube as well, I think that is also a good thing in the right direction. I think we are managing very well with that. So the use of existing infrastructure such as radio to expand its reach to be a parliament of the people, not just of the privilege, will be good, I believe. So in short, this is what I wanted to share with the team where we are. And with that, let me take a break here and probably hear what you have to say.